Red Edition, welcome, happy day. Hey, I got an email here from a liberal senator. He's emailed me and apparently he's mad. He says this, I guess I called him stupid and he's asking me to apologize. Okay, I'm sorry I hurt your feelings when I called you stupid. I thought you already know. Just say it. Annie Oakley in the U.S. She was 4'12", a little sure shot, kind of a small girl in Europe, performing for Queen Victoria. Annie shot so well that the German Kaiser Wilhelm II had her shoot the ashes off of a cigarette while it was in his mouth. After the outbreak of World War I, Annie sent a letter to the Kaiser requesting a second shot, and she always quipped, if I'd missed the first time, I might have prevented World War I. That's kind of cute. White candidate pretends to be black to win election. Dave Wilson is white. Hey, a lot of people are. I'm white too. Just thought I'd share that with you. But to win a seat in the Houston Community College Board of Trustees in a district that is predominantly black, Wilson, who's a conservative Republican, led voters to believe he was black. So says the opponent that lost. He lost by only 26 votes. Not Wilson. Wilson, the white guy, he won. He was successful. He had a direct mail campaign that included a flyer with smiling black faces he says he found on the internet, and the faces said, please vote for our friend and neighbor Dave Wilson. So the implication, according again to the opponent, was that he was black, and he's mad. He says, this is the black guy I'm talking about now, he says this is bad for democracy. He never told voters that he was white. I don't think you need to tell people what color you are. It's kind of up to the voters to figure it out, and what does color matter anyway. Oh, I guess it does, because President Oakley, when he was elected, when the black people were asked who they voted for, they said Obama. The question then was why, and 100% of them, almost 100% at least, said because he's black. Get over all of this color business. You should be colorblind. It shouldn't matter worth a darn. Kind of a goofy story. There's a mandatory minimum sentence for gun possession now in Canada. It has been since 2008. The good guys, supposedly the conservative government who made all those promises so long ago to gun owners, came along and said, hey, we're going to put in a crime bill now. If you get caught with a gun, doesn't matter if you're a criminal. By the way, it's a crime bill, so it kind of includes everybody. You get a 3-year jail sentence. If you're a good guy, you have a gun license, and you have a gun at the wrong place at the wrong time, you took it to your cottage instead of to your home, you go to jail for 3 years. You don't get to pass go or a darn thing. It's a terrible law. And now it's been taken to court, to the appeal court in Toronto, Ontario, and the judge there ruled that this ain't constitutional. This is dumb because it doesn't do anything about crime. The ruling has no significant impact on sentences for people engaged in criminal conduct. No kidding, we all kind of knew that all of the time. And if you ever do get captured, because you will still get captured and you will be charged, firearm legal defense, $95 a year, you got free legal advice, and of course you get free legal fees paid for you up to $100,000 per time, and you're allowed 5 times a year if the overzealous police community kind of keeps on charging you. Gun violence, still talking about guns. Bloomberg magazine, so you can kind of take it from the source, they say that since 1985, crime in movies has tripled, gun crime has tripled. Okay, big deal. Back in the 60s and 70s, it was probably higher, but they weren't keeping score then. I mean, there was Indians and cowboys getting knocked off horses all of the time. Seemed to be okay. The guys that watched the movies didn't go out and kill people. They're now saying, Bloomberg is saying, that's happening, so let's ban guns. Why not ban movies if that's the case? Guns are okay. Okay, let me end today with a little financial lesson for you. A young boy enters a barbershop, and the barber whispers to his customer, this is the dumbest kid in the world. Watch, I'm going to prove it to you. The barber puts a dollar bill in one hand and 2 quarters in another hand, and calls the boy over and says, hey boy, which do you want today? And the boy takes the quarters, leaves the dollar bill, and leaves the building. What did I tell you? Said the barber to the customer. Ain't he dumb? Later, when the customer left the barbershop, he saw the young boy. He was eating an ice cream cone. He went up to him and said, hey, why did you take the quarters? Why didn't you take the dollar bill? He said, if I took the dollar bill, the game would be over. What would he be? Republican? Probably not. Come on back. Tomorrow we're going to have more for you from the right. See ya.